Hello, dear friends. Have you ever noticed what happens right after a meal in your home or when you're out with friends? Some people might feel the urge to get up and walk around immediately, maybe wash the dishes or go for a stroll. Others might prefer to sit and relax for a little while. Have you ever wondered what's truly best for your body, especially as we gather more wisdom with each passing year? There's a crucial period, about 2 hours after we eat, that holds some important secrets for our health, particularly for us seniors. Today, I want to talk with you about this critical 2-hour window and why a simple act like sitting down immediately after a meal can be so beneficial. There's a common saying, perhaps you've heard it: walk 100 steps after a meal and you'll live to 99. For many years, this idea of immediate activity after eating was widely accepted as a way to help digestion. But as we learn more about how our bodies work, especially as they mature, we're finding that this might not be the best advice for everyone, particularly for older adults. Some studies and many real-life experiences show that for seniors, jumping into activity right after a meal can sometimes lead to discomfort. You might experience an upset stomach, or even fluctuations in your blood sugar levels. It seems that sometimes our trusted traditions need a little re-evaluation in light of new understanding. So, what really happens in those 2 hours after we eat? Why might they be so critical? Well, our bodies face a kind of double challenge: managing blood pressure and focusing on digestion. Let's first talk about something called postprandial hypertension. That's a bit of a medical term, but it simply means a drop in blood pressure. That can happen after eating. For older adults, this is a more common occurrence than you might think. When we eat, our body cleverly directs a large amount of blood to our stomach and intestines to help with digestion. This is a good thing, but it can sometimes mean there's a temporary decrease in blood flow to other parts of the body, including the brain. This can cause blood pressure to drop. This drop might make you feel dizzy, lightheaded, or unsteady. And for seniors, this significantly increases the risk of falls, which can have serious consequences. In some cases, it might even contribute to a higher risk of stroke. Now let's consider the digestion process itself. Those 2 hours after a meal are a peak time for your digestive system. Your stomach and intestines are working hard, breaking down food, absorbing nutrients. To do this efficiently, they need a relatively stable and undisturbed environment. If we engage in vigorous activity immediately, we might be diverting blood and energy away from this crucial task. This can interfere with the smooth process of digestion, sometimes leading to indigestion, bloating, or discomfort. So, if immediate, strenuous activity can be problematic, what's the alternative? The science points towards a simple solution: sitting down immediately after your meal. Why is this helpful? Firstly, it helps maintain blood pressure stability. When you sit quietly, your body isn't demanding extra blood flow to your muscles for movement. This allows the increased blood flow to remain concentrated in your digestive system, where it's needed most. It helps prevent that sudden dip in overall blood pressure that can lead to dizziness or falls. Think about it. If you stand up and start walking around briskly, your leg muscles need more blood, competing with your digestive organs. Sitting down avoids this competition. Secondly, sitting down aids the digestion process. It provides that stable environment we talked about for your stomach and intestines. A relaxed, upright, seated posture is ideal. It prevents your abdomen from being compressed and allows digestive juices to do their work effectively. Many doctors and health experts advise a period of rest after meals to allow for optimal digestion. Now, how you sit also matters. It's not just about plopping down any old way. The correct sitting posture can make a difference. Try to sit with your back straight and supported. Avoid slouching, as this can compress your stomach and intestines. Keeping your abdomen relatively free and unconstricted is key. Poor posture, like hunching over, can actually hinder digestion and add unnecessary burden to your gastrointestinal system. Are there any gentle things you can do while sitting? Absolutely. Some people find it helpful to very gently rub their abdomen in a clockwise motion. This should be light and soothing, not vigorous. It's thought to potentially aid the natural movement of the gut. Another wonderful thing to do is to simply close your eyes and rest for a few minutes. This helps relax your whole body and mind, which in turn can promote better digestion. Remember, any such actions should be very gentle and moderate. The main idea is rest and stability. Of course, we are all individuals, and different health conditions need to be considered. What works perfectly for one person might need slight adjustments for another. For example, seniors managing diabetes often need to be mindful of their blood sugar levels after meals. While immediate rest is good for initial digestion and blood pressure, their doctor might advise some very gentle movement after a short period of sitting, say 30 minutes. Always follow your doctor's specific advice. If you have pre-existing gastrointestinal conditions, you'll want to be especially attentive to your diet and your posture after eating. It's always wise to discuss these things with your healthcare provider to get personalized recommendations. They might suggest how long you should sit, or what kind of gentle activity is appropriate for you later on. Other factors can also influence how you feel after a meal. The type of food you eat plays a role. Heavy, high-fat, or very sugary meals generally take longer to digest and can place more strain on your system. Your environment matters too. Eating in a calm, quiet, and comfortable temperature setting is generally better than in a noisy, stressful, or overly hot or cold place. It's helpful for both seniors and their families to consider all these factors together. So, to bring it all together, the importance of sitting down immediately after meals for a period within those first 2 hours, especially for seniors, is quite significant. It helps stabilize blood pressure, reducing the risk of dizziness and falls. It supports the digestive process by providing a calm and stable environment for your body to do its work. Moving away from the old habit of immediate vigorous activity after eating can be a truly beneficial change. I urge you, dear friends, and your families, to pay attention to this simple yet impactful health detail. Cultivating good habits after meals is another step towards maintaining a healthy and vibrant lifestyle as we age. It's about listening to our bodies and making choices that support our well-being. Thank you for taking the time to consider this with me. Here's to your health and comfort.